Hello everyone, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and now I have Battle Report 215.
215.
Finally, Game 5 of Colonial Carnage.
The final game. Orcs and Goblins versus Dwarven holds at the Weebsburg Muster.
And for all you...
The ancient enemy.
The ancient enemy. The new enemy has become the old friend has become the ancient enemy.
I'm not sure I understand that comment.
You will in just a moment.
Okay.
Moving on, we have my list.
Yep, freeze it if you want to see it.
And then the ancient enemy, the old friend, Pretty Boy from the Green Dragons.
You mean Orc and Goblin player?
Classic Orc and Goblin player is now playing dwarves.
Wow, that's just like a stab in the back.
So this cannot be forgiven.
This cannot be forgiven. He has to at least change his name.
Yes, it should be Stunty, Ugly, Short Boy.
Whatever. You have to go with a name change if you're going to change armies.
I agree.
That's the bare minimum.
This just disgusted me. Yeah, anyway, moving on. He's got a king as his king, Dwarven king is general. He's on shield bearers with a shield. Why do you need a shield if you have shield bearers? Aren't they carrying your shield?
Well, you have to get the shield for them to carry.
Ah, okay.
They need special training.
He's got 2 times Rune of Might, so he's strength 7.
Yeah, something like that.
Rune of Destruction, so he does D3 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Rune of Courage, which makes him stubborn for a round, I think. Rune of Shielding for a ward.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestral Memory to hate one of my units, and a Hold Stone.
Okay.
He's got an Anvil of Power. Have you ever looked at the stats on the Anvil of Power?
Not lately.
It's like 175 points.
Oh, it's a nice little unit. Oh, it stinks because it doesn't shoot lightning bolts.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's 175 points.
That's what I understand. It stinks because it doesn't write.
It has 4 spells with a range of 36.
Yeah. What's your point? They are bound.
So you don't have a chance of not getting them off when you don't roll dice?
You have to.
It's a good point.
Yeah, and they are.
Maybe it is trash after
yeah,
all.
and one die, it's a 5 instead of a 4.
Oh, it does have a... Did I mention it had a 4-up ward save?
It just has that too.
And it has a armor save?
Yeah, it has that too. It's unbreakable too, isn't it?
And it happens to be unbreakable on top of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. This is the dwarves who don't have them. Anyway, we'll move on. The Runic Smith with 3 battle runes. Shield, Rune of Devouring, which means this is the old Dispel Scroll, by the way, just in case you weren't aware. The Rune... Okay. And the Rune of Mastery, which does something. The Rune of Mining, which turns a terrain piece into open terrain for the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has a BSB. He has a shield, 2 runes of lightning, 2 runes of iron. Oh, that's not the Dispel Scroll. I'm sorry. My mistake. That is the scroll that lets you cast one. After you successfully cast, he says, okay, you can have that spell, but you will never cast it again this game.
Right.
Okay, anyway. Back to the Thane BSB. 2 runes of lightning, 2 runes of iron, a rune of shielding, and a hold stone.
It's a good thing that the Dwarven holds don't have magic ability.
It is. They'd be really good if they did.
They would be really good if they had magic ability.
An engineer with a handgun and the rune of denial, which I have no idea what that means.
You are denied.
It denies something. I didn't even... the filth in this army, I'm afraid to even look at things up anymore. And a shield. 30 clan warriors, spears and shield, full command, and the banner of wisdom. They're very wise. 13, I think the Rune of Mastery makes you channel, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's it. 13 clan marksmen with guild-crafted handguns, shields, and musician. 10 clan marksmen with crossbows and shield. 5 seekers, skirmish and vanguard.
Okay.
A vengeance seeker. And 20 deep watch with full command.
How many of those can you have in an army?
What?
Just one, right? Vengeance seekers?
2, I think.
I think it's 2. I think it's... Okay.
20 deep watch with full command. A steam bomber.
Okay.
A cannon.
Okay.
And a flaming rune-crafted organ gun.
Yep.
Those I hear are decent.
I hear they are. Only 1 bomber.
There is that. Anyway, that's the list of the filthy dwarf. So, moving on to deployment. He's got, in his side, he's got a hill, a forest, and a ruin, which turns into open terrain for him. My side, I have a water feature, impassable in the center, forest in the center, and a hill on the right side. So, yes, and this was Frontline Clash Breakthrough. So the boar unit over here is just going to sit there. This is one of the first drops I did. Boar unit on the bottom right, just to stay behind the hill. It can, depending on where he deployed, I could dash out or whatever. When I did that, he dropped this unit here. I placed a unit. I think the next thing I placed was this Nasher unit. He placed the unit here in the woods, and then I said, okay, well, if the shooters are way over there, I know he wants the hill for the war machines. So then I dropped everything off here to the left.
Okay.
Managed to place my spider to where it's got this cannon has a obstructed shot to me, so he doesn't get the +1 to hit me. His organ gun is here. Engineer squatting between them. Oh, by the way, did I mention that anvil thing that was way overpriced? Doesn't need line of sight for its spells. For its 36-inch spells. So you can do things like this where you hide it behind a hill and no one can see it. Anyway, Vengeance Seeker here. This is a unit of Deep Watch in the center. Spears over here on the left. Seekers who have vanguarded. There's a bomber back here. And like I said, I think the crossbowmen and handgunners.
Okay. And one character with the handgunners?
One character. No, this is just how they feel.
Okay.
They sat. His general and BSB, I believe, are in this. No, his general's in this unit, and his engineer and BSB are in this unit.
Okay, and the Vengeance Seekers.
His engineer there, Vengeance Seekers right there in the woods.
Okay.
He knows I have very little shooting, so he's not that concerned.
Yep.
And that's what we have going on. I have the first turn because I'm going to get shelled, so let's get as close as I can.
Okay.
Wolf Riders come forward, staying out of arc of both units, this one and this one. So he has to shoot me with something or let me charge this thing and hope, probably not kill it, but at least tie it up.
Right.
The other Wolf Rider unit comes forward. I couldn't get out of his arc, but I gave him, he's out of the they're out of the Vengeance Seeker's arc, but the Deep Watch can come hit me in the flank, but that means he's got to commit the Deep Watch to there and instead of doing something else with them. Boar unit over here comes up behind the hill just to kind of stay safe. The Spider just elects to stand back for a turn, just to adjust a bit to keep the impassable between me and the cannon. So he actually cannot even shoot me. I had him check and he said, no, I can't shoot you. I'm like, okay, fine. So anyway, got that. And the rest of the army just came forward.
Okay.
Push forward, irregardless of the Slayers. They can choose their target.
Seekers.
Seekers, thank you. Look like Slayers to me. So he did, what did he do?
Oh, he's got one of those old Goblin Viewer models.
He does. That's using that as cannon.
Yeah, that's fine.
So he declared a charge with this Ironbreaker unit, and I decided to flee. Because I figure I can even pull him out here, or he can redirect this way, and maybe he makes it, and that would be fantastic. If he makes it to here, this unit hits him in the flank, and he goes away.
So you were so drunk you didn't pick up your bottle cap?
No, those are what he's using for his hatred markers.
Okay.
I don't know what the one back here is for, but that's what these are for. So his gyrocopter back here, steam bomber, flies over, drops a bomb, lands here, facing backwards, and shoots off the Wolf Riders that were here.
All right.
The Seekers make a march test and get as far as they can out in front of my unit of Boar Boys.
Okay.
Deep Watch take the failed charge at the Trolls.
Okay.
And Vengeance Seeker hikes over here.
Okay.
Circling back around his unit. And these two units, the two units of archers, the two shooting our units, kind of stayed still. Crossbows fire a couple shots into them, kill 2. Handgunners fire and wipe the rest of them out.
Okay.
Organ gun lights up my trolls.
The flaming organ gun?
Only did 8 wounds.
Okay.
So I thought I got off fairly light.
I think you did.
Anyway. So yeah, that's got me kind of upset and not happy about that. And that's where it stands after his turn.
Okay. What did the cannon do? Shoot
Cannon
the spider?
fired somewhere.
Oh, you're hiding behind
The
those.
spider's hiding.
Can't see them.
I think
so-
the cannon poured another shot into, was it the trolls? Anyway, I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever it did, it rolled a 1
Okay.
and got a wound on it. Because they don't misfire.
Yeah, that's
They just
correct.
take wounds. So
That's
they
correct.
know, it would be terrible if they missed a turn of shooting.
Yeah.
Like any other army in the world. Anyway,
Well,
let's
they're
move
rune
on.
crafted. They're special.
So we're going on turn 2. Turn 2. I call the war cry because I have a unique opportunity. The Seekers came as far as they could over, but that's the general right there. And there's a gap, and there's a rune crafted organ gun. So the general said, okay guys, you're on your own, I'm going. So he's going to shoot out the gap into the organ gun, and it looks like a nice little bing, bing,
Yep,
bing.
yep.
I'm seeing a nice pattern up there
Yep.
that attracts him a lot. So he charges up on the hill. Boar boys can't charge, so the Nashers are going to charge into the left side of the Seekers.
Right.
Trolls, did they declare a charge?
I would think so.
I don't think they did. I think they did. Somebody had to get rid of that stupid organ gun. Stupid bomber. So the trolls decided to charge the bomber. And as you can see, the general made it in. Nashers made it in, of course.
And the ferals just march forward.
The ferals marched forward. The boar boys came up a bit.
Spider march forward.
Spider
since-
went his full 14.
since
He's like, ooh, look at this. I'm going to take one shot and I'm okay.
Yeah.
Nashers come up to try to...
Well, maybe. You could probably... the question if you go for that engineer or not.
What's that?
So it depends if your general wins and you go after that engineer.
I have to go straight.
Yeah.
And the way I lined
can't
it
tell
up,
how you...
I made the mistake of... I should have hit it off to the side and had the overrun to the cannon.
Right.
But I was
Oh, you actually
enamored.
lined it up with the
I was
engineer?
enamored with the conga line
I see.
and said, "Ooh, look at this! I hit him. I hit the engineer. Then I hit the next one." And got too excited about that.
Okay.
Bad move on my part. Anyway,
So you will be taking a little bit of shooting then.
I will be taking a bit of shooting. All this stuff needs 6s to wound me.
Yep.
So I'm okay with that. We'll roll a couple 6s. This unit's going to have a little bit of trouble because it has to wheel first. So that gives it a -2.
Yeah, the crossbows. Yeah.
And that's a problem. The cannon to the face. I'm going to take a cannon shot.
Yep.
It's going to hit me on, if the engineer helps, I think it hits me on like a 2.
Probably.
So, I will get hurt from that. But other than that, I can accept one shot
Okay.
in my book. So there we have that.
Guess we'll see what happened. All right. So
And he got the minus, oh, that's why the trolls decided they were not going there. He's got the -1 to be wounded
okay.
off on this unit. So I can't even puke on him reliably. There we go. And a lot of pictures of what happened. No pictures of results, huh? Oh, magic. So I decided to cast Swarm of Insects
Okay.
targeted at his Seeker.
Oh, okay.
Vengeance Seeker back there. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. Yep, he's dead.
There you go. Eaten by bugs.
Eaten by bugs.
That's what they deserve.
So I cast the Break the
They
Spirit.
probably crawled out of his beard.
They did. The ones in his beard joined the assault.
Dirty dwarves.
The got Break the Spirit off on the Deep Watch,
Okay.
and that's what's going on with that. Because I know he's going to have a charge at something, so at least this might hurt him on the way in. The trolls hit the
You beat this? You beat the bomber?
beat
Wow.
the beat the bomber, overran to join the fight with the Seekers.
Oh, okay.
Just because the way I looked at it put me a couple more inches away
Sure.
from these guys. Unfortunately, I looked at the bright side, not the possible downsides,
The double charge?
and there was no. The Nashers overran into the spears,
Oh, okay.
which helped. The when I was reforming this unit, there was no way I could reform this unit to keep
From
this
blocking
unit
your
out of
cavalry.
their arc.
Okay.
So now I've screwed up because if they were back here, I'm okay.
Right. You could.
because they're here, he hits me, overruns into my flank, and
Right.
I could not position it otherwise. I mean, if I turn more this way, then somebody else has a possibility. It's just bad. Not happy at all. That was just, I should have left the other unit to just the Nashers. Anyway, I didn't. So the general smashes the organ gun, overruns into the engineer.
You couldn't even reform him into a long line to stop that from happening? I guess not.
No, it's the angle is the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is where this one has to be. You know, that crack goes there.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to go equal.
Right.
Anyway, I looked at this for a decent amount of time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where we are. General killed that, overran into the engineer, and we're going to go into his turn. His turn 2, by the way. There we go. So the Deep Watch decide to charge. He loses 8 to the dangerous terrain.
That's helpful.
8. Actually, it was 10
Oh, wow.
because he had 2 characters in this. So yeah, he lost 10 to the dangerous terrain.
I see lots of dwarf action behind him.
What he does is he keeps his runes that he has behind him.
I see.
And once he casts, he puts them on him. So
okay.
that the opponents, it's actually it's nice of him because the opponents can look at and see what he has available.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, so he's overrun so he's charging the trolls, and with this break the spirit on him, I am thrilled now because fine, after seeing what he did there,
Yep. He's much more
he's
manageable.
-1 to hit, and if he overruns into my flank, he takes clear dangerous terrain and then water dangerous terrain on 1s and 2s and has nothing left when he hits me.
Right.
In my opinion.
And
you
have a character on the flank.
And I've got my BSB on the flank who can deal with his non-killy general. It's not his general, so you can deal with him.
And your general's in that unit too.
No, general's out here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's charging.
General went to play with the
weaponry.
war machines.
That's right.
He's enjoying himself up there. So we have that, and the unit of handgunners just says, you know what, we're just leaving.
Okay.
And they just walk past the spider.
I'm sorry. What was the objective again? Secondary.
Breakthrough.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
He's heading for the edge, which is going to give my spider a choice of, go this way or go that way.
Right.
So cannonball shoots, smacks me for 3 wounds. Crossbows or something put another one on me.
Okay.
Over here he gets the rune of
Rune of something.
Yeah.
Rune of cheese.
You want to you don't want to know the extent of this cheese. So he cast the rune of, I think it's called resonance.
Okay.
What this does, it's the rune of revocation.
Okay.
So what this does is this removes the last 1 turn spell that's on it, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's not enough because this is dwarves.
Right.
So this also means that the next spell cast at it is automatically dispelled.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
It's a nice ability.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's appropriate for an army that's a magic defense army.
It would if all he had was this. So anyway, moving on. So knowing this, now that he's gotten this spell off of him, I think he beats my trolls. I think he overruns and he's in the flank of this unit fairly strong.
Right.
I can't have that. So the general has to, after he kills the engineer, has to turn around. Because even though it's like a 16 back down to this area, because I've measured this, it's 16 back down to this area, re-rollable, which means a re-rollable 9, I think it was. Depending on where he hits me, it's an 8 or a 9.
Right.
So I'm 2 inches away from a cannon.
Yep.
And I have to turn around.
Yeah.
It's just so upsetting.
Yep.
But the Nashers do see it, I think. And the spider, of course, I think needs a 10 to get to it.
Okay.
And of course, this happens as I predicted.
So what happened there?
Smash.
Do you remember the fight?
He smashes the trolls.
Do you remember how many killed and how things went?
He won by like 4.
Okay.
And
I don't see many dead guys, so maybe 2 dead guys?
he had
3 dead guys, maybe?
he killed 10. He had a whole row.
Okay, so he
So
killed
killed
3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they killed 3. Anyway, yeah, because they went first. They put a hurting on me.
Right.
Based on what I had left, I just puked on them,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, got I think 3.
Oh, yeah, you did the puke on him. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean they've got good armor.
Yeah.
And they've got the shield wall save of 5 up all the time because they're the deep watch. It does not work versus special attacks.
Right.
So I puked on him.
Yeah.
Because that way he's got no armor and no whatever. I thought it was the better chance to do wounds. And I think I might have stomped him for a wound as well.
Okay.
But anyway. So he comes over, he's into my flank. His danger. He lost 2 more in the dangerous terrain through the water.
Okay.
That's what he gets for being a filthy dwarf. And that's how that one ended. Right? A lot of pictures of that same fight.
Your board boys are too close.
What's this? The backboard boys are too close.
Yeah, they need to be farther back.
They are. They do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Over here, the
Did you kill any?
we impale ourselves on him. I think I killed 2.
Okay.
Well, this guy is faster than me.
Yeah. Okay.
And crushes him.
Oh, that's the general. Okay.
The general's here.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to give you a close up and see what he's using for shield bearers.
Okay.
It's 2 Slotta bases.
Ah. Well, it could be 2 goblins.
It is a filthy dwarf. So go on to turn 3. Turn 3, the feral orcs need an 8 to get in. It's not on Swift Stride because I've already burned the Swift Stride.
Yep.
General needs a 9 rerollable to get into the flank of this unit.
Okay. Reroll because of the hill.
Actually, it turned out, I think, now that I think about it, these were out of arc.
Okay.
But the spider needs a 10 to get in.
Okay.
Unfortunately, what I was looking at is the arc to see if these guys could see down here, and they're just out as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't have marched that way if they weren't.
Spider fails its charge, moves forward. Nashers turn about.
Okay, help the cavalry out
and try to get over here so they can help out over in this fight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
they're facing that way.
They're facing that to the left.
Okay.
They turned around so that they have a choice at the cannon if the cannon kills the spider, or they can get over there into the flank of that fight if the spearmen come through.
Okay.
Because the orcs have failed their charge.
Okay.
The ferals have failed.
So you failed all your charges.
They needed an 8. So, I mean, it wasn't Swift Stride. I mean, I need to roll an 8. That's not likely. The general did make it in on the 9, rerollable.
So you changed the face of your boar boys.
I think this is fine now.
So you think
So my idea is that they're going to make the end run and get it out of there. And get back for the deployment
Not try
zone.
to help out or go up the middle.
No, we don't help out people.
Okay.
We're orcs.
Okay.
Orcs should be good enough on their own. So anyway. So we got that. There we go. This fight ensues. The general, he issues a challenge with his runesmith, and the general accepts and smashes him.
Okay.
He's down to his BSB and
the runesmith and one
a
guy?
wounded BSB and two models.
Oh, you killed the other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So he killed.
But he did kill two or
cavalry,
3 war boys.
And then you turned the face with your reform, and your general.
My general
turned.
turned.
A single guy. He did the funky thing.
He did the give the flank to add 1 inch to the charge for the spearman.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And this also, in my mind, gave me the gap to shoot these guys through if they need to. So we got that going for us. Back to a lot of pictures of this. You can tell when
You can tell when you're waiting for somebody to do something.
You've noticed this too, huh?
Bathroom break, or I can tell they either went to the bathroom or they're pondering.
Yeah, when my opponent tends to ponder and think about things, you get a lot of pictures of the same thing. I try to go through and trim some out, but Ryan's playing filthy dwarves, so.
And Slotta bases.
Did
we mention Slotta bases?
We did. See him right there? Look at that.
I do.
Look at that nasty thing. All right.
Should have blurred that out or something.
His turn. The spear block charges into the ferals. what did we do? His cannon shot at my...
His handgunners are still advancing, it looks like.
Handgunners still advancing. The cannon shoots and hits my spider, but rolls a 1 to wound.
Okay, that worked out.
I mean, he still would have to roll a 5, 6 to kill it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You know, whether he's dead or not, still.
Yeah.
No wounds is better than...
No wounds is better than...
one wound, than any wound.
So anyway, the Ironbreakers break. Sorry, they're not Ironbreakers. Deep Watch.
Okay.
The Deep Watch, the general slaughters the next character. We only kill one of the Deep Watch.
Okay.
But he breaks and the Boar Boys run him down.
Okay, so you chase...
The general makes his maximized roll to restrain.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to send him this way.
Yeah, you didn't want to send him back, so yeah.
So general makes his check to restrain and looks over this way.
Okay.
Next turn.
It's like you've done a lot of stuff.
Next turn, the BSB leaves this unit and marches out here.
Okay.
The Spider and the Nashers charge the cannon to make sure it goes away.
They both make it?
And they both make it.
Okay. The general charges into the flank.
The general charges into the flank of the Spearman. And
it's like there's some fighting's already happened.
The Boar Boys actually were barely within 8 here.
And they failed their roll.
Failed their roll, so they can only move up to here.
Okay.
But it is only turn 4.
Okay.
And these with the mage, the other Boar Boys with the mage head out over this way to help stop him.
Stop him from getting the secondary.
You know, he's coming across the field. There's the Spider and everybody up there.
Okay.
We got that. And we got that.
1, 2, 3, 4. You lost 4 guys.
So I lose 4 guys, but I killed a bunch of his.
I can't tell if he's got 3 ranks. Looks like he's got 3 ranks.
He had dropped the hold stone on this turn.
Okay.
So he's not going anywhere.
He's got 3 ranks or 2 ranks? It's hard for me to tell.
It's hard to tell. I think it's 3 total.
Okay, so you haven't killed that many guys.
Back here, the Nashers killed the combined might of the Nasher Spider killed the cannon.
And overran
and the Nashers ran over. The Spider decided to turn around. I don't know how he's so far out. I think he just turned around when he was supposed to be back here touching it.
Yeah.
Remember, I didn't push him all the way into it, and I think I just left him where he was. Anyway, the Nashers failed the overrun into the anvil.
Okay, it's probably better for him anyway.
No, it's not.
It might drop a rock and crush them all.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's where that ends up.
Okay.
Back to his turn, bottom of 4. The crossbowmen decided to get on the move.
Yeah, I'm surprised they hadn't moved this sooner.
And
the over.
we played round 5.
Oh, you didn't
just so you'll know.
Okay.
I stopped taking pictures because we were really up against the time.
Okay.
We were pushing to get round 5 done. To tell you the truth.
So he swithed to dwarves and he slow played you.
He did.
This is like wow.
The ultimate in
this
insults.
Is the ultimate insults.
So
did he bring a glove and slap you in the face with it also?
I ducked.
Yeah.
These guys marched on their last turn.
Okay.
To get on turn 5 to get to here. They did not get within 12, but they did get to here. I charged up the hill and ran into them with them.
Okay. Because
I knew it was the last turn, this unit just needed to lay 11 or 12 to get into the flank and tried it. Didn't make it. Didn't affect anything.
Right.
Spider, I didn't even bother moving the Spider. Yeah. 2 rounds of combat, the Nashers could not kill the crappy 175 point anvil, which really doesn't do anything for you, so it just doesn't need to be there. In this fight over here, his general turned around and smashed mine.
Did your Boar Boys get to the deployment zone?
And my Boar Boys failed their march check, re-rollable march check, and did not get into his deployment zone.
Okay. I'm sorry, then his general killed your general with his
His general killed my general, and this fight was down to, after the 2 rounds of combat past what we see here, he was down to the general and I think 3 or 4 guys.
Okay, and your guys?
My guys were down to 11, I think.
Okay.
So it was 11 of mine against his general and 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
was what was left over there.
Okay.
Spider, of course, is left alive. Nashers are still left fighting the
Yep.
anvil, and the boar boys are still here.
Did you get rid of these handgunners?
No, they were locked in combat
Okay.
at the end. We fought for 2 rounds of combat. I
Okay.
killed him down to, I think, 7.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd killed 1 of me, I think.
Okay.
But that fight was going to go for a while
Yeah. Well, it was all
until the friends showed up.
it was all about your charge if he ran away or not.
Right.
Okay.
No, he held for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's how it ended up, and it.
Wow. And you lost to the high
And I
elves.
lost to the high elves.
It was so bad you lost to the high elves.
Wow. Okay. I apologize for that. That was a 16-4. 16-4. I just went through this.
I think he destroyed you emotionally.
He did. It was a 16-4 win for the Orcs.
Oh, so you finally got a victory.
So I finally got a decent victory.
Yeah.
Um,
And this was a yellow match?
it was.
Okay.
It was another yellow match
Just
because,
asking.
again, it's dwarves. The dwarves are hard, and he's got a flaming organ gun to eat my trolls.
So you beat you underperformed in all your other games, so you overperformed in this one.
I don't think I overperformed in this one.
Well, 16 on the yellows.
I'll play this one again anytime and roll him.
Just saying, 16 on the yellows.
A traitor is not allowed to win.
That's true.
Do not suffer a traitor to win. So, yeah, like I said, another turn another turn puts me in the deployment zone to get the bonus.
Puts you in deployment, gets rid of his...
His spears
gunners
may
are
or
gonna
may
be
not
gone.
win against the ferals.
Yeah, the
But
general.
this-
It's all
this-
about the general.
But this unit down here on the right
Yeah, he's dead.
is eliminated because of the boar unit coming in his flank.
Yeah.
And the spider, if I move it this turn 14 out, it has a charge at the handgunners.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the crossbows coming out of
Right.
the ruins. So, and maybe in 2 more rounds of combat, the Nashers can put 2 more wounds on that.
Yeah. Well, if you get rid of these
Crappy
one unit
end.
and you get the objective, you get your 20. So right.
Yes.
So
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah, you needed that extra turn.
I need
Assuming
another
nothing
turn.
bad goes. Nothing goes
Assuming
bad.
things bad go. Well, no, because another turn there's a good chance. There's not. I don't know about a good chance, but there is a chance his general finishes the
Yeah. Oh, you're not at 25% yet, are you? Even.
the ferals.
Yeah.
I think the general has a chance of breaking them and winning that.
Yeah. Obviously, I said you're not even at 25 yet at this point.
Correct.
So yeah, that's a bit of a swing. That's true.
Yeah, that's 770 points.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
if he
so
drops that.
actually, probably won't. It'll probably be about the same score then.
Well, no. I think if he picks up that one, that's 700. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up the anvil costs a ton, doesn't it? It's really good.
Yeah, if you can kill it,
No, it doesn't cost a ton
it
because
doesn't cost a ton, and you have to kill it.
yeah, and then the 2 units. Yeah. Anyway, so it's probably kind of a wash in points, even if I clean
Yeah, that's what I'm
up.
saying, because you'll get the objective.
You're right. I'll get the
You're
objective.
losing a lot of points to that one unit.
But the points are going to be a wash. So I guess it does go up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one unit's probably about the same as the anvil and these 2 shooty units.
If you get, you're definitely going to get that shooty unit, but they don't cost very much, and I'm not sure you're going to kill the anvil.
I was doing a wound around.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How many does it have? 4? Or 8? Maybe 10.
I remember it was
Dwarven anvil.
5 is in my head, but
Okay.
I don't remember it all.
So this is how the game ended, though. Speculation, whatever.
Right. So
Again, I think he picks up that 770 on the
okay,
left.
and the rest of your team, did they make up for your anchor?
We had one other player doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 green I took a
you,
yellow.
You said one other player doing well.
I took a yellow
Okay.
and gave our ogre player a yellow.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, our demon and our actually just the demon got the green.
Yeah.
The
Everybody had yellow.
my vermin swarm got a yellow.
Okay.
A yellow. He called it yellow green because he thought it was leaning towards green.
Okay.
It didn't do well.
All right.
The ogre player did well. Demon player and ogre. Oh, demon and vermin both lost.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's how that ended.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.